Well, that ended quickly.
Yeah, what the heck? I didn't.
I
That
didn't
was
know what happened. I was
abruptly.
like, what? Where'd it go?
That,
I'm all, down here looking at my papers and whatever. I'm like, okay, hey. Hi,
yeah.
everybody. Happy freaking Sunday.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We'll go with that.
Yeah, that's all I can say about it.
Freaking Sunday. Freaking Sunday.
Freaking Sunday. It's the
So
day
what's going
that
on?
is horrible. Um,
Yeah.
everything's good. Everything's good. Like I said, we're trying to get some resemblance of a normal household going on. Trying to. Um, but it's going to take some time. It's okay. I mean, it's going to all work itself out, and everything's going to be good with the fam, and it'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay!
Yay for now.
Right.
Wait.
Well,
I got wood. I got wood right here. There we go. Got it.
there you go. There you go. I don't have any that per se I could do that with, but thank you
Well,
for that.
use your head.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, I just wanted to remind everybody out there, please, if you're watching, please hit the subscribe button, the notification button, and share us out. Let us know, let everybody know that we're out here. We're trying to grow the channel.
Yep.
Yeah,
Little
trying to
bits
grow
by
the
little
channel.
bits.
Yeah, we're still trying.
And we'll figure it out sooner or later.
Well, this is kind of like one of the fun ones, you can just kind of like be, whatever here.
Yeah, I ain't constrained to any rules right now.
Not right now. Not right now.
Just that, not right now.
Right. But being a really small channel, it's kind of
Yeah.
like you have to get to a certain point where it can share kind of itself on YouTube because of the analytics, but we're not there yet. So
No.
if everybody will help and share us out and give us thumbs up, put your little thumbs up in there, slap the button, hit the button, lick the button, whatever you choose to do, please do that.
I don't need to know much more than that. I appreciate that. I mean, come on now.
Right. That's right.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
But
I'm just doing my normal Facebook share right now, so it's out there now too. So
right.
yay.
But I did want to talk about our show on Wednesday night that we have coming up.
Definitely.
It's it's Paranormal Show and Tell, of course. And it's on Wednesday night on the Blondes and Booze channel. And Randy has got a very intriguing topic this week. And it's going to be about the Philadelphia experiment.
Yeah,
and
that's gonna be wild.
Yeah, so I am excited to dive into the story and take a look and see maybe some photos or just things that are out there, because that's kind of crazy that they would have that technology back then.
Yeah, or even the semblance of that technology.
Exactly. So I'm just going to leave it at that because I have so much to say on that subject. So we're going to leave it. So make sure everybody tunes in Wednesday night to the Blondes and Booze channel, to the Paranormal Show and Tell. And it's going to be a great night.
Yeah, it's going to be fun because that story is so big. I cannot sit there and read the entire thing. I'd just might as well be doing a lecture in a lecture hall, because
exactly.
I'm bullet pointing this thing like crazy, and I'm going to be doing dates and stuff like that. But this is going to be a free for all when it comes to us discussing it, because we know of another subject here that might have come just before this happened, and we talked about it before too. So
exactly. I mean, the reports on it are vast, but there's a lot of holes.
Yeah, exactly, and a lot of residual effects later on from what I'm reading.
So it's going to be a great show. So make sure you tune in to Blondes and Booze channel on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central.
Yep.
All righty. So what do we got going on this week?
We got some pictures this week. We got about roughly about 10 or so pictures that I went out and did some digging again, and got some from France. I got some from several from England, one from Scotland for sure. I think there's another one in there that's from the stateside though. I got to look again, but I can't remember if it's stateside or not. But either way, there's and we got to have a ghost ship. We got to have a ghost ship. Okay. That's all
Oh,
there is to it.
absolutely, absolutely. That's a must. We need that. We've got
Yes,
to have that.
it's an absolute necessity. So, but we're going to save that one for a more opportune time. In fact, I may even give
Right.
it to Donnie. I may give it to Donnie for meme of the week one day. One week.
Exactly. Well, if you're listening on Spreaker or any other podcast channel that
Yep.
we're on, if you'd
Hmm.
like to see these pictures, make sure you can come on over to YouTube, Truth
Yep.
or Tinfoil channel, and you can watch the show with the pictures. So we'll
Oh
describe
yeah.
them as best as we can, but some of them are hard
Yeah. I mean,
because we
well,
don't
yeah.
know
Well,
what we're looking at.
I can't describe going cross-eyed either. So
Right. You're like, yeah, what's that? I don't know.
what am I looking at here? I mean, I need a little help with this
Exactly. Is this upside down?
one. I've said that 100 times. Trust me. Okay, well, this first one is called Ghost in the Next Room. This is from a couple of years. Let's see, what was it? 10 years before. So we're looking at 1999 time frame, and it says, "I have a pair of photographs I would like to see for you to see." This is submitted to a contest, now mind you. I don't know what contest it truly was, but it was submitted to a contest of some sort with WordPress. So as I'm looking at it, I was like, okay, it says, "I would like to see, these were taken by my father-in-law about around 10 years ago. They are a pair taken on a very old digital camera and apparently very close together time-wise. One of them is normal. The second one has a full-blown apparition of a woman in the background. Obviously, they're trying to lead you where they want you to go, but we'll see that in just a second. So to explain, the two children are his grandkids. After their heads are above their heads, I should say, in square painted glass, allows light into the hallway. It's one of those open hallway glass, natural light things. As you can see, there behind them, there's this woman, clear as day, and I agree, it's kind of clear as day, really, when you look at it. Okay, so this is the first one. They said they took them several in a row. Okay, so you can see the setting now.
Okay.
This little glass window goes into the hallway, the opening hallway, foyer area, landing, whatever you want to call it when you walk into a house, a mudroom type thing. Okay, your
So do you
actual.
think that the mudroom or something was like an add-on
I'm not for
to
sure.
have a
Like I said,
window? I would think
well,
so, to have a window.
I would think so too. I would think there'd be an add-on to the house itself. Yes, but then again, I've seen older ones in from the 50s where they've had that because they built it so you had a layer, between your opening of your front door and you don't see somebody doesn't sneak around on you. Let's put it that way.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I can't say that this is that. I mean, because this very well could be an add-on, but it just doesn't say. And then, like I said, this is about 1999. Judging from what I'm seeing there,
Well, that's, because I have to ask because
yeah,
I have a window in my office, but it looks
yeah,
out into my garage. Now,
yeah,
the garage was added on later, and what
exactly,
was the garage is now part of the house. So it wasn't,
yeah,
they added on that and then added on the garage. So I do have
yeah,
a window that I can see right out into my garage.
yeah, yeah. Then that's my old house. At the other side of this town here, it was the same way. It was built in the 50s. The garage area was created or was adapted into the master bedroom, and it was all
Oh,
added
okay.
on that way. So
Okay.
it was consumed by the house. How's that? It wasn't
Okay.
added on really. It was just consumed by the house, and it had better use of space. So,
Right.
but so either way, we know we got this window right here, and it looks out onto or into that foyer area that I'm assuming is to the open front door.
Okay.
So the next one is shortly thereafter. Now you can see that the kids have turned their heads a little bit.
Well, you can clearly see her.
Yeah, now I'm gonna go back again so you can see that first one. Their heads are not quite at the same angle. I don't know if he shifted any. I'm trying to look at their hands too at the same time because, like I said, I just threw these out there. Their hands have shifted a tiny bit, but not much. So if it was taken, it was taken quick.
Yeah.
So honestly,
Okay.
obviously we see she's there.
Right. So these two kids are sitting on the couch,
Mm-hmm.
and above them is a window that looks out into the foyer
Mm-hmm.
from the front door.
Like I bet
Mhm.
that's that little shine right there. is either the reflection off this window over here, or that's that door that we're talking about.
I think that's probably the reflection according to what with the light coming in.
Okay.
So, but it looks like it's open. Is that window open?
I can't tell. I honestly cannot
Like
tell
it
with this
might
one.
slide sideways or so. Well, maybe not.
This window
That
right
may
here.
be just the window. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just the window and looking from the outside. Okay, it's fine. I got it now.
Cool Hand, you're right. It does look like a reflection to me as well, but there's one major issue with that. For her to be a reflection, she'd have to be over here somewhere by this window.
Right.
So could it be? Yes, it very well could be, because she is very pronounced. But supposedly there's no woman there in the area. So I'm gonna go back to the first one again real quick. Now I do see that this kid's hands and stuff have changed. And see how the hands have just slightly moved a little bit.
Well, and
But
it
it looks
seems
like,
like the lighting has changed a bit.
yeah, I thought so too. So, but that could be because somebody in the area Cool Hand's talking about is a reflection, walked there and actually dimmed the lights. And it really is the reflection.
But let's take a close up look at her.
Okay. We'll get as close as I can get. And, for being an old digital camera, it's got pretty daggum good resolution on it, honestly.
I see a problem right now.
Yeah.
She's
Which one do you see?
translucent.
Exactly.
That's a major problem.
Well, the problem is I got with it. If she was over here and this was the door back there, if she was over here and it reflected, she might appear translucent. But if she was over here and this frame behind her was the reflection of the window over to the right, then she should not be
Oh, I
translucent at
get it.
all.
I get it. If she was looking through the window,
Yeah,
and the reflection was on top of it.
exactly.
Okay, I get it. I get it now. And that is a possibility.
Yeah. Is it a convergence of a bunch of coincidences at once? Yes.
Yes, I get it. I get it. Because if she is actually on the other side looking through that window, the reflection will make her seem translucent.
Yeah.
And you could duplicate this very easily.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, easily. Now, the other question would be, now, if she's not on that side and she is over here by this other window, which would cause the dimness of the light, if she's on that side and then this is actually that door behind this window to the hallway, she would appear translucent that way too. So there's two ways you could recreate this.
Right.
But they say when it was submitted that there was no women in the area at all. I won't say in the house, it just said in the area. She looks too contemporary to me. The haircut and everything looks too contemporary. She looks like she belongs in 1999.
Right?
Yeah, I think I'm with Denise on this one. I think I'm with Cool Hand on this. I'm fairly certain, just as a personal opinion, this is probably a reflection of some sort. Could that be
Yeah,
grandma?
I think personally she's on the other side of that window.
It very well could be. I mean, because you just cannot. I don't know how else to put it, because she's translucent here and it goes all the way through.
I mean,
see the
are we
frame of
sure
the
that's
door.
not a mirror? But it's got like it's built in like a window. Are we sure it's not a
Yeah,
mirror?
they said it's a window to the actual hallway out there. And of course, once again, I can't zoom in a whole lot. I can't get where I want to get. I want to see more up above her and this area around, but I can't really get to it, obviously, with the way they took it. And the other thing was that they didn't see it until later on, obviously, quote unquote. I think I'm with Cool Hand. I think she looks modern enough to be part of 1999 to 2000 without even thinking twice. Just looks like a lady with an overcoat on, just coming in out of the outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. Because if you look at how the kids are dressed, they're wearing, long pants. They're wearing, their shirt. Even though they have short sleeve shirts on, they're still wearing pants. And
Oh,
kids,
that's a soccer jersey.
they be wearing
That's a long
shorts,
sleeve that they got Jack. He's got it pulled them up. He got them pulled up.
right? And
But either
that,
way,
yeah.
yeah. So that what was you going to say about that one? This
I was gonna say, so she looks appropriate to come in the door looking the way she does, like she's wearing a coat of some sort.
yeah.
So she's looking like, you're right, like she is there in the present time that the picture was taken.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say anything about it because, like I said, they might
Yeah.
not have known they were there. Cool Hand said
Yep.
that.
Yep. But if you were taking the picture, wouldn't you think you'd recognize one of your family members? I'm assuming it would be a family member.
You would think.
This is where we
You
start
would
delving
think.
into the common sense aspects
I'm
of
sorry,
it
I
now.
wouldn't even know a past family member. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I just they don't know
I
who
don't know.
they quote unquote don't know who the woman was.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, personal opinion. I'm thinking grandma's sitting there going, "You don't know who I am? What the heck?"
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe they
Yeah.
just put it out there because they had two pictures. Maybe.
Yeah, they very well could have. Like I said, he did a rat-a-tat, boom, boom with a new camera that he was playing with, and she walks in the meantime while he's doing it, because the boy's
Because
head
that is
hardly moved.
yeah. I'm not sold on it either, Cool Hand. I promise you, I'm not sold on it.
Oh yeah, nope.
Only because,
Once again, too
I'm
easy
just
to
not.
recreate.
Yeah, you can recreate that
Yeah.
super easy because you
Well, I
don't need
won't
a
say
whole lot
tenfold.
of lighting to do it. All you have to do is
Yeah.
have, the door open or the window open, however this was taken,
Yep.
and
And
what we're
have it at
actually
the right
looking
angle.
at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this last one, obviously they tried to blow it up some. I mean, you can see it even better with her right there. She's definitely got looks like a turtleneck and a overcoat on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
I can't say.
feather hairstyle like that, yeah, or split or parted, I'm definitely thinking late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh shoot, that could have been early 80s.
Well, yeah, but she isn't quite feathered out Farrah Fawcetted enough for the early 80s, though.
Oh, well, that's true. So I don't know, people. This is the
Yeah.
one everybody's just gonna have to make up their own mind on this one.
Yep. I can't say yay or nay.
Right.
But
And yeah, Denise, you can see the vase reflection for sure. But I don't know what lighting that is from. It must be from the window, but yet, if that
yeah.
is a door back behind there,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
I'm not sold on it, but I really hate to sit there and tell somebody it's fake, and I'm actually looking at a full-bodied apparition without knowing it. So
Exactly. So I can't say. And I mean, by the looks of her and the hair, I mean, we could even go back to the 70s with that.
with some of it, yeah, sure can. Oh yeah, anything from the probably the late 60s on, really.
Yeah. So I mean, we could go back that far, but I mean, we don't know the history on the house, if somebody else lived there,
No,
or that would be something that I would dig into. I
yeah,
mean, if they're being truthful about the story, I would have to dig in more. But I'm just
yeah,
gonna say I don't know.
yeah. We'll do that. I won't
I
call it.
mean, we could
Like I said,
recreate it.
yeah, I won't call it tinfoil, but I'm like with them. Nay for me. The nays
Yeah,
have it. Okay, got it.
yeah. The nays have it.
All right. Well, the next one, this is called a candle ghost. Now, this one you're gonna pick apart immediately because I know I did. But this is actually out there. People have shared this thing hundreds of times. It looked like from what I've been able to find. It's called the candle ghost. and this was out of 2004 in France, at a home that these people moved into in France. And it was on a nice evening. They were all outside, and they took pictures on the quote unquote new digital camera. 2 pictures. Now they took 2 pictures, but they only gave one of them up. I'm attaching clearly. The one I'm attaching clearly shows something or someone in the background. We regularly have the sensation that somebody else is here. We call our ghost Roland. So immediately they're already true believers. No matter what they catch, it's going to be a ghost. Okay. We all know this.
Right. But do you remember when we had the discussion about people manifesting things?
Yes. Yes.
That there may not have been a ghost there, but people then think about it and talk about it. Just like you said, they named it Roland. They could have manifested this thing for themselves.
Yeah. He said that they say that this Roland or whatever, he used to live at the house. He was killed along with his wife and grandson in a car accident. We've never seen him apart from these photos. Once again, they only put 1 photo out. They didn't put 2. And it says they have not been retouched, quote unquote. And they say they wouldn't even know how to begin to retouch them. Well,
okay.
2004.
Who did they say it was?
This person named Roland. They're just given the name of Roland. They used to live there, killed along with his wife and his grandson. That's who they think it is. Okay.
Okay.
Now, they say it bears a striking resemblance to him. I don't know what the heck they're talking about, because there's no way I can see anything, honestly, with this one. You know what they're looking at, right?
Right behind her.
Yeah. That glowing head right there, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that particular actual effect?
A lot.
Especially with candles.
Mm-hmm. A lot.
So they're sitting there saying this looks like a Roland. Well, to me, it looks like her being pushed off to the side by the flicker of the light and the camera capturing it that way.
Okay. Can you just kind of like block off the image we're supposed to be looking at? Just block that piece off. Get her out of there.
Okay. Let me see if I can do it. But let me do it here. Let's see if I can crop. I don't know if I can crop with this one or not. I'm going to try.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, no. Let me try. Okay. I ain't never tried it on this.
Yeah, I mean, because let's just get her image out of there and see what
it's
this
going
would
into editor mode. No, I don't want to do that. I want to crop. That right there, right? Is that what you want to see?
Yeah, that's good. Right there is fine.
Okay. I want to crop it so that way I can zoom in as well.
Okay.
Well, I might. I don't know if it's going to let me or not. It may not let me. Oh, well.
Oh, okay. So this is what the image we're looking at.
Yeah.
And
I kind of see a guy now when we zoom in.
Right. That's what I was trying to do with that. I kind of see it.
Yeah. But we've seen this effect in photos thousands of times.
Yes, absolutely. You really with candles, with campfires.
Yeah. It's something about that lighting, and I wouldn't call it pareidolia per se, but it does cause some sort of like shifting, of the image. I hate to say it like that because it's not really shifting. It just kind of like, the reflection. I don't know how else to put it. I've never actually put a word to this actual phenomena, but
Well, again, it's the same thing as looking in the clouds. We would have to label it pareidolia.
Yeah. But for some reason, this one, when we zoomed in now, I thought immediately what I was saying, that same effect, with the candlelight flicker, no flash, whatever the case might be, it caused this reddish kind of like a motion blur, if you want to call it that. So, because if you look right here, I'm gonna bring it back out. Look at the candles. I think we got a serious motion blur thing going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm having problem with. I mean, is this a blur that's making it look like somebody's face?
And her face and his face, kind of. The nose is kind of here, kind of there. I don't know.
I don't think that's her. I don't think that's her. I really don't think that.
It looks like a man. I'm with you. It looks like a man.
It looks like a man.
It looks like he's facing toward her, almost looking down toward her.
Right. Everybody, YouTube is having issues since the hurricane, just to let everybody know. So,
Yeah.
there has been a few blips in this and that and the other. So if you're experiencing some issues, hopefully they'll get that cleared up in the next day or two.
Yeah. Cross fingers.
Yeah, right. Again.
Shh. Be quiet.
I don't know. It
Our
even looks like
overlords are
you can
listening.
see. It even looks like you can see the side of the neck and maybe a shirt collar.
Yeah. But I still think we're kind of almost grasping at it.
I think so. I think so. I
it's
think
just
again we're trying to see something.
Yeah.
Okay, go back and give us the full picture again and see if we
Go back
can.
full picture.
Yeah, let's.
Yes, I want to leave without saving. Okay. All right. So there we are. Full picture zoomed into where they're at, to where you can see them real good. That point right there, it does look like there's somebody just staring over their side, but I think that he's actually coming in front of her hair.
I think so too. I think that it's a lens glare, perhaps, from the candles.
Okay. There we go. Lens flare. That's what I was trying to think of before. Lens flare.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that could have caused a reflection of the guy taking the picture.
Well, there's many explanations for this because whoever took the picture, it looked kind of shaky.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can recreate what the candles look like really easily. Flare or glare doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. It's pretty much the same thing.
There. Flare or glare. I don't know. I quit trying to figure that out.
To me, I call it a glare, but he calls it a flare. It's the same thing. It messes
Yeah.
with your overall
Yeah.
picture.
It's usually a light of some sort that reflects off the actual inside of the lens, which causes the effect.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna.
Are you pulling me again?
Yeah, this one's tough. This one is tough because it sure does looks like somebody, but the rest of the picture is in such sad shape.
Yeah, because of how they took it.
I can't call that anything.
And I know what it is. I mean, it's because of the candle flames are flickering, even though it can focus in on her face, no problem. Those flickering candles right there are causing havoc with the sensor.
Yeah, with every other part of the picture, even from below her neck is kind of wonky. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this is tinfoil. I'm gonna say it's tinfoil.
Oh Lord. Yes.
Wait a minute, where's my hat? Oh yeah.
I studied this thing for about 2 hours earlier because I was trying to look and see why does it look, because I look like a guy, and I'm sitting there keep looking at it and said, but why is her face straight when everything else is all screwed up? And I started like, well, the candles are really there and they're really messing with the actual sensor.
Yeah.
And at this 2004, that sensor on that digital camera was very, very, very touchy in the first place.
Right. And you got to also remember that the shutter speed, we've talked about this a million times, has a lot to do with it. Because the faster the shutter speed, it would have caught those candles in mid flicker and held it steady. But if it's got a slower speed, it's going to kind of let it flicker a little bit before it finally takes the pictures. Remember when you have the cameras where you push the button and you'd say,
Yep.
wait, don't move. And then you hear
Yep.
the
Yep.
click and go. This
Yep.
is what I'm talking about.
Yep.
This is what that's doing. Like on our digital phones now, it will not do that. You push that button and boom, you got that picture. But these cameras that in this
Provided you got
year,
a good enough phone. My phone still does that.
right, and you get a camera in this year, and you're gonna click
Yeah.
it, and then it's gonna wait, and then you're gonna hear the bzzz, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna
Or
take
you
a
get
second.
those 3 little flashes before the big flash. Remember
Yes,
those?
okay,
Yeah.
yes, those. So, right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that to me, there could be a
Okay.
lot going on. Even though it was a digital camera, it wasn't the best of its time.
Okay. So now they're saying something about to the right. I guess it is next to the man's face. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah,
Where
up at the top.
where at? Over here somewhere?
No, look,
Over here
is it it's on the left side, I think.
on the left
That's
side,
yeah, the left side at the top there.
right up here.
Yeah, that. What is that? Right.
Uh,
See it?
I can't. Yeah, I could barely make something out there. I couldn't tell you what it is.
Right.
I'm leaning to more distortion, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the candles just really blew this picture out of the water.
Yeah, if they hadn't had this situation here, but like I say, you just move into a place and you do this kind of thing right here. You're just trying to get your girlfriend, wife, whatever it is. Y'all just trying to have a romantic evening together. You take this,
Mhm.
oh my God, we're haunted. Oh crap!
Right. Yeah. I mean, could it be recreated? Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
I
saying
think
to that extent because it's just luck of
yeah,
the draw with this, but um
and even the phone
yeah.
sensors today and everything, or the digital camera sensors today are not gonna. They're gonna even that out before you ever get a chance to take the picture. So
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, it's it's something to look at, but I wouldn't call it evidence because there's nothing that,
no.
if they would have included maybe a picture of the man.
Well, and it's supposed to be 2 pictures, and this is the only one that it was there. So I'm like,
Right. Like I
you're
said, if
telling me
they
there's
would
2
have
pictures.
yeah, if they would have included a picture of the man and gave us something to visually look at and compare, that
Yeah,
might have been something.
possibility
Which,
then. Yeah,
when you're investigating and things like that, you sometimes have to go to that
yeah, yeah. You've
because
gotta
of
be able to
pictures
go
like this
backwards.
that happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if this Roland guy that they're talking about, if they'd had a picture of him up with this, we could have easily said, okay, is that him or is that not?
Right. Absolutely true.
Um,
Absolutely true.
trying to look right here. I keep seeing them talk about that. I'm guessing I just don't see what y'all were talking about. I mean, because they were talking about by the man's head right here is what they were talking
Yeah,
about.
it's just off to the left. And it's just
Yeah.
to me looks more like more of the glare from the
Yeah.
candles.
Which would make
So,
a lot of sense. So,
right, because they are lighter. They're the same color as the face and the same color on the far left side. So that just leads me to believe it's that.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's eh,
I'm gonna call that tinfoil. I'm just gonna
yeah,
call it
I think
tinfoil.
I think it is too. So we'll
Right.
go with it. All
Yeah.
right. So we will pull that one off there. Okay. This one I got a couple here on this one. This is a ghostly figure. This was taken Halloween time frame in 2004 in these people's garden in let me see if I can find the place. It's in England. I don't know if I have an actual name of the town, but it's part of the Daily Telegraph. They were talking about it, the Daily Telegraph in the write up. There was a Halloween party going on, yet no one was walking down the garden. My sister's taking a picture of the house in both instances. Also, no one was wearing outfits similar to these that we see. One of them looks almost Victorian, and the other one looks like it's almost make out a mustache and a face and blah 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 blah. And it was a children's Halloween parties. So there should have been no men or women, adults out doing whatever. So I immediately go, obviously, I can't say on this one. There are 2 pictures in this series. Kind of a blurry overexposure type thing, maybe.
Or foggy.
Yep. And like I said, he's not. Well, the coat is a little translucent, or the overcoat, whatever. But it could just easily be something over his shoulder.
But here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you, if it's foggy outside, why are you taking a picture of the house? Because you know darn well you're not going to be able to see it very well.
That one I can't tell you.
Especially if you're trying to show off decorations or something else.
Yeah, because all it says is literally, quote unquote, nobody's walking, and it says my sister was taking a picture of the house in both instances. Why she's taking a picture of the house, I don't know. I cannot tell you that.
I don't know. Maybe it was Halloween and it looked spooky. I
That
don't
could
know.
be. That very well could be. And then the fall girl in would lend a little bit of a more of a spookiness to it, you know?
Right.
So, but this guy, I'll say guy, I somebody, it looks like actual face there. So I'm thinking somebody was there.
Well, to me, it kind of looks like the back of the person.
Yeah, and I can't tell for sure because the only reason I think he's looking at the camera because it looks like there's a little bit of eye shine right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There appears to be something there.
Yep.
Now, how they got Victorian out of that, I don't know.
We're not even to the second one yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here's the second one.
So it moved.
Yes. Or it's 2 different entities, one of the 2. I don't know. They were just a couple of pictures taken that the lady didn't see anything, and these came up when they got the prints or got the actual files.
Now, why does the first one that we looked at look more solid and this one looks a little bit more translucent? But, hey, I mean, it's depending on its energy. We all know that it can appear solid one moment and be translucent the next, and then it's completely gone.
Yeah. And the way I downloaded these, I assumed that this one was the first and this one was the second. It could be completely backwards, or this is the first. It's walking to the left and finishing, but I don't think so. I mean, I really think this will be the first because it looks like he's facing more this way, like he's going to the left or right.
I would think so. Okay, let's see that second picture again.
But when you get to the second one, I guess it very well could be if he kept walking and just dissipated as he went. But I'm with you. I don't see any Victorian anything.
No.
So,
I mean, it doesn't really matter which picture comes first, honestly, because they could appear translucent and become solid, or like I said, we don't know. It doesn't really matter because they're going to fade in and fade out.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if this was 2 pictures of the same entity, shall we say, we don't know which way it was going, whether it was manifesting coming in, going from right to left, or it was demanifesting, going from left to right and disappearing, or dissipating, whatever you want to call it.
This one's a little concerning.
Well, yeah, because I don't think I can recreate this one. Now, who was it? I was looking up there. Spooky person looks real. Denise, that's a person looks real right here. Can't see through him, but you can see through part of it. So,
can you really zoom in on him?
See if I can get it in closer here that we can see it any better. I can't tell if you can see through him on this part right here, really, or if that's just something hanging over his shoulder. like
That
a
like
coat.
it's almost like an overcoat that you would kind of like fling
Yeah,
over,
yeah, that's
or
kind of what
it
I
could be a
thought too.
scarf.
But I don't know any men that wear scarves anymore, or women for that matter, hardly.
I do. I get cold.
Well, you got enough hair to put around your neck. You'll be all right.
Right, right. Well, I actually cut it off so it wouldn't choke me. So,
Yeah, exactly.
uh,
But
um,
I'm I'm with her. I mean, honestly, this part is definitely, solid, or you can't see it through it. I shouldn't say solid because we don't know for sure if it's really solid or not. It's just the manifestation seems solid.
mhm.
But I'm with you. This looks like a hand holding a coat over his shoulder. You know what I mean?
Well, it reminds me of like one of those capes that you would kind of flick back,
Could do that.
you
Yeah.
know, and that's what it reminds me of a little bit there. Let's go to the next one and see if we can see a little bit more on that.
All right. So there's that back part right there that we saw in the other guy. I think honestly, I think we had it right the first time. It's going from left to right, and it's uh dissipating as it goes.
Yeah.
Because this little hook right here on the backside right here looks almost dead on what you're going to have back here with him. See,
Hmm.
I hate having zoom back in every time. I wish it'd stay zoomed in. And I can't see, and all these I haven't been able to find any uh evidence of any kind of tampering or anything like this. And this was Halloween now, so I mean, you know how everybody likes to kind of mess with stuff a little bit, but I can't find anything that even suggests any kind of tampering really with the pictures.
I can't either. I can't either because in this picture here, it is way more transparent, but it clearly looks like the same thing in the other picture.
Yeah, it has similarities to that other picture.
Yeah.
So I was hesitant at first when I actually downloaded these. I really was until I started really looking at them. But the more I look at it, and the more we've talked about it here, because I mean, this is where y'all are my sounding board too. When I start
Mhm.
throwing ideas at the wall, see what sticks type thing, and then what we just talked about, it made me realize that this really could be something going from left to right, and they just caught it in progress of passing through.
Mhm. Well, if I saw, I mean, if I took them, I would call it good.
I can't say anything but that because I don't think I can debunk them. I don't think
Mm-mm.
I can recreate them. I
I think it's a
might
great catch. Hmm.
might be able to recreate that one, and that's a big
Well,
might.
because it's solid. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but if they're
But the
taking and
other
stuff
one,
together, yeah, this one, no, I can't recreate that.
mm-mm, mm-mm, absolutely not.
And we've talked about the exposure links and stuff. The long exposures and such like that. They couldn't
Hmm.
do long exposures with these lights out here. They would the cameras wouldn't do it. Everything be washed out.
Now, I think it's just foggy out. I think, because everybody's like, are these taken through a window? I don't think so. I
No.
think she was outside
Yep.
and took the picture.
Looking back at the house, according to the write up.
Right. Because it does look spooky without the figure in it, just with the fog and everything.
Oh, wait. Okay. Wait a second. Denise says that, let's see, ballerina statue on a ledge. Which ledge are we talking about? Over here? I think that,
Right
I don't know for
there.
sure what that is. I'm not for sure
Zoom
what
in
it
on
is.
it.
I mean, it's something in the ground right there, obviously. So, and they
Right.
were saying it was going across the garden. So I'm assuming this is like a backyard, really.
Right.
So I'm betting a bush
Yeah.
of some
It,
sort there.
yeah, or it could be just a little bare tree. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I'm gonna call it a good catch, Randy. I'm
I,
gonna
I'm
call
with
it.
you.
I mean,
I can't debunk it. I can't say yes or no. I think it's a good catch. And I'm with
I mean,
Sins down there. This is eerie and it's cool. I love these kind of
yeah,
pictures.
I'm sure we could do the first picture, but we can't. I don't think I could recreate the second one.
Yeah, I think we can do the first one, but I don't think we can recreate the second one. I'm with you on that. So
No. Mm-mm.
okay. So that one put away my fun for the few minutes there. All right. So that was, which one was that one? That was my ghostly figure. Now we got some ghost soldiers. This one, I'm just gonna put this out there because this is a Nesby Battlefield. Um, I don't know how else to put this one. This one, it looks like it should have been. It was caught with a Spectrum camera. This
Mhm.
group that was there, they were out there about 5 hours, caught an odd orb here or there, and then they found this later on, and it really, I guess, I'm one of those guys that when I see something with a bunch of color in it, I think it's messed with. Okay, so this
Oh
is
yeah,
supposedly
absolutely.
ghost soldiers. Now, the only thing I could think of for them to get this kind of color had to be a Spectrum camera, which in what I say, this was done in 2008. I don't think it was very widely used in 2008.
No, I
I don't
don't
even think
even.
it was
I
known.
gotta look, but I don't know if a full spectrum camera was not even until
Yeah. So what they're saying is, there's a little
like
orb now. These,
2010 or so.
yeah. So right here, I mean, you look at this guy. There, it looks like there's somebody there and maybe something behind him. Okay. Well, that's a light effect. That's what that looks like, is a light effect to me.
Well, what it looks like to me is that there's a space between the trees,
And that very
and
well could
that's the
be.
way the light is showing going through. And because of the way they've done this picture, because it's manipulated, it's clearly manipulated. Um, and the light's just coming through, and that's what it appears from a distance. Again,
Yeah.
pareidolia.
Exactly. That 100%. Because, like I say, I don't know how you even get to this coloring unless you got into the image and altered it. That's the only way
Right,
you could
because
have
even
done it at that time.
a full spectrum is not going to give you that.
No, this would be the same color as this up here. Basically, these greens would be roughly the same color as anything you saw out here. You're going to see something that would actually upset the UV and stuff like that. Did you
Yeah,
just say
that's
something?
no.
Okay, making a mark on this one.
4856.
Okay, all right, got it. So I'll be checking that too because I just heard something. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
Anyway, okay. But like I said, I just don't. Yeah, this one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I'm out
let's
the minute I got it. I put it up here just so I could say, hey, look at this one because it looks odd. I don't think it's made at that time. So, yeah, and you confirmed it. There just was not a full spectrum camera in 2008, not
no,
for the masses.
no. And it wouldn't turn out like that anyhow. So, yeah, no.
Yeah,
So
nope.
that's what I think it is. I think it's just like something in between the trees where the light's coming through, and there may be greenery or something in there
Yeah,
that is creating that effect from a distance because it does.
yeah.
Yeah, it does look like that. It just looks like
Agreed.
something through the trees.
Yep, done. Get out of there. Done. I ain't even wasting my time no more on it. What do you mean, what? What are you saying, what?
I don't know. It seems like we should have like maybe some of our people who watch the show come on and bring their tinfoil hats and do a show with us once, just so we can see
Ooh,
everybody style a tinfoil hat.
yeah. Or submit them as pictures. Y'all got the email. Do your picture up
Yeah.
with your tinfoil hat. We may do a drawing. Remember, I'm still trying to. I got to get this done. Real life needs to get out of the way. I'm sick of being an adult around people. All right, I need to do these t-shirts because, like I said, we'll sell the t-shirts, and I'll include a do-it-yourself tinfoil hat for everybody to buy
Exactly.
the t-shirt.
Exactly. Everybody get one.
Have fun with that, guys. And then you got to submit your picture
Exactly. Come
after
up
the
with
fact.
your own unique ideas. Right.
Okay.
Right.
This one is a little bit of a different one because I've seen this one before, and it was actually in October of '72 when this was done, and it was done by a professional photographer to take photographs of guests at a wedding as they were arriving. Okay, and this was something when they said notice when they got the picture, the actual print, there was something crouching, quote unquote, crouching behind the one of the men. Okay, well, I've seen this 100 times. I literally have seen this one picture 100 times, and I finally just said, you know, screw it. I want to look at it and look at it a little bit closer. I firmly believe now this obviously is actual film, and most likely being a professional, we're talking 35 millimeter, and we're talking good film. Okay, um, why he did it in black and white for that wedding, I don't know. This is out of Scotland, so in '72 they may have done it just so they could do it as a press release in the local paper. I don't know. But normal early '70s kind of people, right?
Yes.
What do you see anything in there that would call any attention away from anything?
The only thing that I see kind of out of, well, it looks kind of weird to me is the if you look between the man with the dark suit on in between his feet, there
Mhm.
seems to be something white there.
Yep, 100%. This one is one of, like I said, I could never really, I didn't want to bring it on, but it was one of those. I was like, you know, sooner or later, I got to tackle this thing. Now, who was it? Said it looks like somebody scratched a freaky. That's actually that portrait or that picture has probably been bent and cracked and thrown around into drawers for God knows how long. Honestly,
Right.
so it's just had it's years of wear. So now I'm going to zoom in down here, and you can see. Looking at that, there should be somebody behind him. Now he's big enough he could actually hide somebody behind him if he wanted to.
But why would he?
Yeah, why would you at a wedding of all things, you know? Okay, so as we're zooming in, you see what we're seeing. There's white, looks like even the tip of a toe out here.
That's
Oh
what it
God,
looks like to me.
I just got a bad mental image. Moon as dressing as a Hershey's Kiss. No, 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 no. Yep, Cincy, the pant leg and a shoe. It looks like. Okay, now the one behind this, you know, we see it and you can see it quite well right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They actually went in and augmented it. Now you know that they've sharpened it up. You know they've done stuff with it to get it this clear. But I don't know what they did to it to get it this clear. Other than what they could have done
They could have
is
digitalized it.
they could have digitized it. But I mean, if you're looking at this, they could have done a single capture right here, and they could have got it that close. But it's obviously been sharpened because you can see the size of the man's tuxedo pants. The creases are so sharp it's unreal, but they're all in line with what the other one was. So they sharpened it
Mm-hmm.
up is what I'm thinking they did. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It
but it's
looks
quite
like a pant leg and a shoe.
yeah, pant-legged shoe behind the guy. Now you would think he
Yeah.
would know somebody's back there. I don't think it's a kid in any way, shape, or form because that kid's shoe, and not while not as big as his, it's still a man-sized shoe. I would think
It's a large shoe.
because I mean he's obviously the biggest guy in the group. I mean, head and shoulders above the rest of them. I wish I knew the guy's name so I could say, you know, find out exactly what he was. But
Right.
that's a big guy, and his I'm assuming it's his wife, his lady friend there. She's not no little woman either. She's pretty good size herself
Mm-hmm.
compared to the other two. So hang on a second. I got to look a little bit closer here. I'm looking at the other details of the actual picture as well in this area. Hand is behind him there. It's behind him there. I'm just double checking to make sure everything lines up. Oh, looky here. Do you see it?
No.
How about now?
Maybe I'm just not looking at what you're looking at here.
Right here on the edge of his area.
What is that?
It looks to me like somebody's sneaking a peek around him looking out toward the camera.
Oh, now I
you
see,
the,
like just caught the eyeball.
I'm sitting there looking at it like, what is that? Then all of a sudden, and then you look down here, it could easily be a kid behind him doing it.
That's awfully big for a kid. I'm just saying. That's just
the shoe size.
I don't.
Yes, I agree. But that head right there would be more along the lines of a kid.
But where's his hand?
No idea. I'm not saying it is a kid.
Could that be his hand?
You know what? Let me
Pull
look
it
back
up. Yeah, let's look. It definitely could be his hand there.
It could be his hand, but you know, he's got the other one behind him back here. And just a military guy, I mean, you know, when you put one hand behind, both of them automatically go behind for me. So now that don't mean that's what he did. That very well could be his hand. It's right where it should be. It is right where it should be. But I never even noticed it. I just took it as his hand up until that point. But when you get there and look at it, that could be a ring.
No, that's a face. That's an eyeball.
You see the eyebrow, the eyeball.
Yes, I mean, that is an eyeball. That be a hand?
Could that be a hand with a ring on it? I don't think so.
That's an eyeball.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. So now when we go back to the original, this is sharpened, obviously. We go back to the original and zoom it in there. You can't see it as well, obviously. The eyeball would be right in this area right here. So.
And that looks like his hand in that one.
Exactly. So when they sharpened it, did they create that illusion when they sharpened it up?
It's possible. It's possible.
I will say this
but
though,
my
even
God,
with sharpened,
I don't think, because it's still there. It's still there in the other picture. It's just sharpened up where you see the eyeball, you see the eyebrow, you see the forehead.
I think it's one of the coolest pictures that I've seen in a long time, especially the sharpened one, because you never would see this without it being sharpened like this. I'm just afraid that what they did when they sharpened it is they kind of created the effect of the eyeball.
I don't think so. I don't think they did.
When they sharpened it also, you can see the actual toe and the sole of the shoe right there.
Well, you can kind of see that in the other one. Back up to the other one, because you can kind of see that.
Yeah, you can kind of see it, but it's not near as pronounced.
No.
So, but once again,
you know,
I like sharpening. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's
you
going to
digitize things. You digitize things, and this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think it does enough to create it alone. Something was there for it to sharpen, for the computer to actually hone in on and sharpen. Something had to be there. Do we know what that was?
To be there.
No. I like this one as a good catch. I really like this one as a good catch. You got the heel, like Sin says, you got the heel, the eyebrow and the hairline. Denise said it too. A little boy. It almost looks like a little boy, but that foot at the bottom is just way too big to me to be a little boy. A boy of that size, I should say.
Right.
Now, could it be somebody behind, or a figure behind him bent way down to look around him like that? Could be. May not be a boy at all. Maybe something. Yeah,
absolutely. That's a big man. That's a big man. His clothing covers up a lot.
Exactly. So, yeah. I mean, I call it a good catch.
It's a good catch. That's all I got to say about that, because it took me a minute to hone into what you were saying, because I was missing it in the other picture.
Yeah. Until you look at the other picture and see the outline of it and see it, and you're like, but see, I didn't even notice the eye. I just took it as a hand forever. I was focusing down here. And then when I zoomed in to look at his lines, there it was staring at me. And I thought,
Hey, see, that doesn't look like a little kid to me.
no, it looks like somebody looking around, and look, it's a pronounced brow. It looks like a pronounced brow right there.
It just, they look grown. I mean, just that. I mean, hey, I'm not here to judge because
Yeah,
kids come in all different shapes and sizes. But
exactly. So,
yeah, in the high
yep,
hairline, exactly.
agreed.
I'm just gonna call it good. I'm gonna call that
Yeah,
good.
that's a good catch to me. That is a full blown good
Yep.
catch. And like I said, I saw that picture and zooming in, and people, zooming in on that like we see it here. That's all I ever saw until I ran into this one yesterday. And when I ran into it
Right.
yesterday, I was like, whoa, now I got to grab this thing.
Right.
So we're talking about Scotland too. So we're still abroad.
We're still traveling, people. We're still
We're still
traveling.
traveling. We're traveling. We're working on it.
Right. Right.
So yeah, that's a good catch as far as I'm concerned. It really is.
I am too. I am too.
All right.
I'm gonna go with you on that one.
All right. Now, let me bring out the piece de resistance. You like how I learned French?
I like it. I like it.
I have no earthly idea where this was taken. This is the ghost ship. Let's see. I got to say, 2009, Kitchener Island. I don't know where Kitchener Island is. Sorry. Oh, photograph taken from Elephantine Island, looking downstream in the channel.
Hold on.
What?
Hey, Randy. Ristel
Yeah.
says, "Did I hear a moan a few minutes back?"
Yes, you did. I thought I heard it too. We've got a time mark on it, and I'm going to go back double check it. I'll let you know for sure, Ristel.
No, just a few minutes ago. Just a few minutes ago, like another one.
What time stamp?
Well, you're probably looking at about the 1 hour mark.
Okay.
Probably somewhere in
I'll
there.
look at both. I'll look at both then, because I'm not for sure, because I heard the one with you because you were sitting there like that, and it sounded like that. It was lower, a lower pitched one I was talking about. It wasn't like one of your. Yeah, it wasn't one of your whines. It's okay. It wasn't one of your whines. All right. It was.
Okay, fine. It wasn't one of my wines, but
Well,
okay.
it might be. If it's a Merlot, I'll let you know. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so they all said, "Hey guys, if y'all can figure out what the timestamp was, let me know. Either send me a message on this or comment on the thing later once we're all done and doing all the fun stuff and crap like that. Just send me the so it was a little higher pitch, so it may have been one of your wines. What he heard might have been one of your wines.
It could have been. It could have been.
But if y'all can figure out,
going.
I'll go through them again. I know where we've got to do the one. And if they can figure out where that one's at about the hour mark, I'll see if I can find another one, and I'll post in the comments to let everybody know what happened. So, but my beloved ghost ship, okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Elephant is taken at Elephantine Island, looking downstream in the channel that separates it from Kitchener Island. This was on the 23rd of February 2009. This person is so really wants you to believe this so much. We have aperture of focal point 5.6, exposure 1 over 400 seconds, 1/400th of a second, whatever it is. 400 speed is what it really amounts to. Focal length 35 millimeter equivalent, 282 millimeter. Brilliant sunshine, moderate heat haze. That's how in depth they went into the description for this. How many people do you know that are going to go that in depth for a description of what should be a ghost ship?
Well, it all depends. I mean, if you're sending this off to somebody to analyze, they're going to need all that information. And for me, that makes a whole lot of sense because now I know what speed they were using and blah, blah, blah. I mean, a lot of people, it's not going to matter. They're like, what? Why? I don't even care about that information.
It tells me it's a professional photographer. So
yeah, for us, it matters.
It matters a lot. So we know exactly what this should look like if it's a ghost ship or if it's any kind of blur. We shouldn't see any blur at all, honestly. Being light,
No.
sunny day, 400 speed camera, 35 millimeter, you focused in, but this is what we get.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I can't with this.
I couldn't Photoshop one worse than this. Okay.
This is taken through a flipping window.
Yeah.
I can't with
honestly,
this.
You can take whatever you want, however you want to do it, however many 400 speed, this aperture, doesn't matter. You took the picture through a window, or even if you didn't take the picture, you're going to say you didn't take the picture through the window. I'm sorry. You just sat there and committed the most atrocious Photoshop job ever known to man. You didn't even overlay this thing properly. And case in point, look at your lines right here. When it goes across, some of these waves don't match up with the waves underneath. See how the brakes are? They're close, but they're off. So, once again, I had to say this one for last because this is going to be the one I knew you were going to about bursting a blood vessel behind your eye with. So,
right. And there is no telling. I mean, okay, so this is what I think happened is they were taking a picture. There was a reflection in the window.
exactly.
They took the picture of it, and then they went in there, and then it's almost like they drew it in because that's what it looks like. Somebody took a pen and drew it in there.
Yep. And touched it up.
Yeah. That's what it looks like to me, that they touched it up.
I mean, any picture like this taken that would have been as real as that photographer was making it out to be, with all of his technical jargon that nobody understood, but the real photographers in the world, this would have been all over every news outlet in every country across the world.
Absolutely. And I've heard of ghost ships, but that looks like a sailboat.
It's exactly what it is. It's a sailboat. Look at that.
Never heard of a ghost sailboat. Never heard of a ghost sailboat. Oh no, it's almost time to buy you a new one.
Oh,
but
gee.
A ghost sailboat.
What roll of tinfoil am I going to pull it off of next?
Just even the made up story I'm making up sounds ridiculous, Yeah. A ghost sailboat.
A ghost sailboat. I mean, because I don't know if anybody ever saw the movie Ghost Ship, which was a fairly decent movie with Gabriel Byrne and a couple others that were in it. But even then, it was a ghost story.
I mean, I can understand. I can understand a ship. I really can.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about energy. People being on the ship, that fell off. It was like, I'm out. This is stupid. But I mean, the ghost ship, it would have so many people on there creating all of that energy. And yeah, I could see a ghost ship, but a sailboat?
Yeah, I like Freaky. Freaky, good job. Good call.
Right. Shark fin. I don't know. Like I said, I could recreate that easily.
Oh yeah. And I'm going to send this to Donnie. I'm going to have Donnie, since, our theme this week on Paranormal Show and Tell. Hey, Donnie, look, it was in mid transference.
Right. see what he says.
Yeah. This is a picture of the Philadelphia experiment in mid transference.
There you go. See what happens.
This is not the destroyer you're looking for. That one, trust me, when I was going through all these, that one was the last one I had, and I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. I've got to have that one. Just because.
Well, Val said it's been said people have seen ghost tugboats.
On the Mon?
Uh, uh, yep. But never seen a pic of it. I can understand that too. People lived and worked on them boats.
Yeah.
So
That
I
was
can
their
see
home.
that too. Right. And there was a lot of energy connected with that because they did a job. I I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe there is a ghost sailboat story out there.
I've never heard it.
I have
Every
not.
ghost ship I've ever heard has always been an exploration vessel or a liner of some sort.
Right, right. Oh, I get it,
So,
Bristol. Okay, Val. But yeah, I mean, I can understand like a tugboat, or I could understand a ship of some
yeah.
sort.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I mean, look at let's look at the guys. I'll just take this deadliest catch, the crab fishermen up there. They live on those boats, what, 6-8 months out of the year? By the time it's all said and done.
Right, right. You're
I
absolutely
mean,
right.
if I'm the guy that owns the boat, or I'm captain of the boat, or I work on the boat, if they let me, and I don't have any wife, any kids, anything hold me down anywhere else, my butt's saving every bit of money, and I'm living on that boat as long as they let me.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, it's just a no brainer.
Right. Right. Right.
So
I just, yeah, I don't. I don't. I mean, we mentioned something last night. We were actually talking about ghost ships, and we were talking about the Fitzgerald and you know, how that went down on one of the Great
mhm.
Lakes. And
Yeah,
I see that. You know, I
yeah.
see that.
It's still a mystery too, isn't it? They still haven't figured that out.
Yeah.
They did find it though, didn't they?
No.
They haven't found
I
it. I
think
could have
they
swore I
did.
saw something.
Yes, I
No,
think
they
they
did
did.
find it. Okay. Okay.
But they said that the bottom of Lake Superior probably looks like a shipyard
Oh yeah. There's no doubt in my
with
mind.
all those boats in it.
They
Well,
probably lost as many
all of
on
them
Lake Superior than in
basically.
Atlantic. Yeah.
Right. You know, on the Lake Ontario, you know, Lake Erie, Lake Michigan. I mean, all of them
Yeah. Oh, I
I
agree.
have had major, you know, ship,
Mhm.
you know, crashes, damages, whatever,
Yeah.
sinkings, whatever. You know,
Shipwrecks.
it's yeah, a lot of shipwrecks.
Yeah.
Like just a lot of stuff. And
I
I
bet
believe
money
they're
there's
haunted.
yeah, I bet money there's more in Lake Superior than there probably is in the North Atlantic.
There could be.
I mean, honestly.
There could be because, you know, they talk about the weather, which I'm first one to say I already know, but the
Yeah.
weather coming across there sometimes could be worse than the ocean
Mhm. Oh yeah.
because the water doesn't have as far to go, even though it's vast.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's it's just amazing because you got to remember, hey, that's hooked right on to Canada.
yeah, exactly.
So it's gonna be bad.
I still want to get
So
with
I don't
Rob and
know.
say, "Hey, we need to go do an Upper Peninsula one out of season, so there's nobody there to bug us."
Right.
That's
Yeah.
another bucket list one right there.
Yeah. See, I wanted to go up there to Mackinac Island
Yeah, Mackinac
during the
Island. Yeah,
winter. You know,
yeah,
yeah, because they did Expedition X had just got done doing something up there
yeah.
just recently, or
The one
just
when he
let it
brought the
out
Ghost Brothers
recently.
in.
Um, yeah, and
Yeah,
there's hardly anybody that lives on that island except
all
for just
season.
caretakers that live
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
and it's cool. I mean, just what I
I'm
saw
not.
the episodes you talking about. It's a two-parter, and it was great. I mean, it was like some of the coolest stuff they'd ever caught, other than there was another one they did at the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum that was amazing on that one too. But once
Mm-hmm.
again, we're talking about bucket list ones, type
Right.
thing. So,
Right. Right.
but
But all right,
anyhow,
Randy, I think that's it.
yeah, I don't have any more for today. I'm working on the EVPs this week. We will be having the EVP episode next week. I'll make sure to get a couple of things
Yes.
out there and see what we can do. Maybe I'll put a little teaser out. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I got to figure out how much I want to tease people with, because it tends to get people mad sometimes if you don't come through with the goods. So,
Right. Right. Well, like I
but
said, all the channels in
yep,
our group,
they're all
just
in the comments down, or in the
every
comments.
night of the week, every night of the week, and sometimes twice. So
Yeah,
you got a
like
lot to
tonight.
look at. So make sure you like and subscribe to everybody, and check Randy and I out again on Wednesday night on
Yep,
the Paranormal Show and Tell, and with Paranormal Paul and Donnie Cho. It's going to be
yep.
fantastic.
Gonna be fun this week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week. Same
We'll see you next time.
tinfoil time.
Same tinfoil.